Welcome, race fans, to the SimWorld Racing Network's presentation of the All-American Racing League Truck Series. This is the Oil Slick 200 from Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park here in Indianapolis, Indiana. I am your host, David Hillbilly Hara. In the booth with me tonight, as always, David Lurfano. David, here we are at Lucas Oil, man. So how you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Lucas Oil, not a track that's very common, I guess. I don't know. I don't feel like a lot of people in iRacing seem to talk about this place. I have only run here maybe once in my life, so don't know much about it. Definitely going to be interested to see how this track races tonight.
Yeah, the track is 0.6 of a mile, paved oval. Has a little bit of elevation change as you come down the straightaways. It looks like it kind of has a little bit of dip just before it goes into the corners on both turns 1 and turns 3. Very interesting. Not real sure a whole lot about it myself, but track temperature here I think is the ambient temperature is right around 85 degrees. I believe the track temperature is right about the same. Should put on some pretty good racing tonight. Yeah, 84 degree track temps. 80 degrees ambient temperature, but should put on some pretty good racing here for these trucks of the All-American Racing League. Last time we were out, Dave, we were racing for the truck series at Pocono, I believe it was. Am I right about that? Let's see. I should have this information on hand, and I do not.
It was Pocono, and our winner at Pocono was Brendan Mathia, who is not in the field tonight. So Brendan taking a night off.
Yeah, so I mean, our Brendan runs occasionally here, as does Alan Bledsoe and a few other drivers. We'll stop in and run a race here and there. We do have 11 trucks currently registered to run this race here. We're going to be taking qualifying here in about 2.5 minutes. Let's take a look at the point standings, Dave, as they stand right now, heading our way into the playoffs here shortly.
Yeah, currently for the regular season standings, Michael Kurgelak holds the top spot, 31 points over Curtis Sobran. Travis Rodriguez is sitting in third. Fourth goes to James Nelson. Fifth is Michael Boone. But the exciting part is after tonight's race, we only have one more race to decide who makes the playoffs. Next week at Richmond will be the playoff cutoff race, I guess I'd like to call it. So those points as it stands right now, Michael Kurgelak, Curtis Sobran, Travis Rodriguez, Michael Boone, Nathan Christensen, and Benny Campbell are all locked into the round of 10 with the virtue of the win. James Nelson, Chad Snyder, Tyrone Yo, and Brendan Mathia are kind of battling it out there for the final transfer spots into the playoffs.
Yeah, so it should be very interesting to see who makes our top 10 here. We only have 11 trucks here tonight, so there's going to be, as far as stage points go, there's going to be, for this race, there's going to be 10 trucks going to be scoring points and one on the outside looking in. But really, winning that stage, if you're going to be in the top 10 and you know you're going to be locked into that top 10 going into Richmond, getting that one valuable stage point by winning a stage is going to be so important here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. This is getting down to the nitty gritty. Try to get as many points as you can, and like you said, those stage wins will be beneficial going forward into the first round of the playoffs.
Well, Davis, we got 1 minute left. Let's go ahead and jump down trackside to do our pre-race stuff with the national anthem. Go ahead and get that underway so that we can get ready to get back to racing here just shortly at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. We'll be right back. Please rise if you're able and remove your hat as the United States Navy Band performs our national anthem. huge shout out to the United States Navy Band for their rendition of our national anthem here for the race at Lucas Oil Raceway. We're going to skip the Indianapolis part. You guys know it's in Indianapolis. Makes it much easier on me to just say Lucas Oil Raceway Park. So that's what we're going to go with here tonight. This is the oil spill 200 laps around this 0.6, I believe 0.6, almost 0.7 mile track. So it's going to be a lot of fun here tonight. A little bit of short track racing in the truck series for the All-American Racing League. If you'd like to learn more about the All-American Racing League, jump over to facebook.com/All-American Racing League. If you'd like to possibly race in our truck series or the Cup series, check out what events we have coming up. Maybe possible sponsorship opportunities. If you have a small business or something you would like to put on one of these trucks or races, get a hold of us, facebook.com/All-American Racing League.
Yeah, so qualifying has started. Something interesting. The qualifying is in a group format, which is not what they typically do, so maybe a little issue with the session. But yeah, qualifying is group qualifying here tonight.
Yeah, Benny Campbell currently at the top of the charts with 21.97 in group qualifying, with Kenneth Pack in second, Michael Kerjelak third, Tyrone Yo fourth, and Michael Bovair rounding out the top five. Sauber jumps to the top with a 21.940. Yeah, Dave, this is very interesting. We typically don't do this, but apparently the way the session was set up may have been a mistake or may have been planned. Not sure. I haven't really talked to the admin on that one. But nonetheless, Curtis Sauber leading the way in his number 54 Ford.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent lap there for Curtis Sauber, 21.94. I think we saw Benny Campbell get down into a 29.8 range in practice, so see if he can do the same here in qualifying.
Campbell taking his out lap, coming back out onto the track with some fresh tires to give it another shot here.
I'll have to look and see how
the 54
long.
Clips the 67. Not sure what happened there. 54 kind of lost it off the corner. Comes down and messes up the 67's a chance at another qualifying effort. He'll get that truck repaired, get back out here on track as we right here watching as Cam Harris returns to the All-American Racing League here in the truck series to try to get that 27 truck up to speed.
Yeah, good to see Cam back with the All-American Racing League. He's, I think his work schedule hasn't been working out very well for him to make some of these races, so good to see Cam back in the field.
Yeah, Dave, for tonight's race, we have stage breaks at lap 60. At the end of lap 60, we will have a caution for the first end of the first stage. The end of lap 20 will be the end of the second stage, and then we will run it out the last 80 laps to lap 200 for the scheduled distance here at Lucas Oil Raceway. Chad Snyder jumps to P2 on the board with a 21.95, just 1/100th of a second off of Curtis Sauber's time.
Yeah, qualifying tonight will be 5 minutes long, so we're coming down to about a minute left here in qualifying.
Chad Snyder rocking a new paint scheme here tonight, brought to you by Blues Race Designs. It's a good-looking truck Chad's in tonight. I really like that paint scheme. Good job by Blues Race Designs. Be sure and reach out to Blues Race Designs if you have any paint needs here in the iRacing services. Kenneth Pack jumps to the top with a 21.86. One and done, bringing that thing down to maybe put a fresh set of tires on to possibly go out and make another run if someone happens to beat that time, as we see Cameron Harris rolling back out on track to try to take another lap here.
It's going to wrap it up here for qualifying. Like your pole sitter is going to be Kenneth Pack in that number 16 Prisma Health Chevy.
Yeah, good effort for Kenneth Pack tonight. starting P1. I guess we get the last lap here for Cam Harris. Keeps him at P6 with a 22.09. All right, as we wait for the trucks to get gridded up here and get ready and get going, want to stop real quick. No, not going to. Never mind. We are the SimWorld Racing Network. Thank you for joining us here tonight. If you have a driver you're following, be sure to let us know in the chat who you are rooting for in this race tonight. If you don't have anybody in particular, just be sure to say hello. We see Scott Pack already ready for a good race tonight, calling on the 16 and 75 to have good finishes. Well, Scott, you're going to be happy. It looks like, I believe that your brother Kenneth jumped up to P6 or to P1 in that 16 truck. Going to start from the front of the field. Starting in first will be Kenneth Pack and the number 16, Curtis Sauber, starting on the outside of row 1 with Chad Snyder, inside of row 2 in P3. Benny Campbell to his outside in 4th with Michael Kurgelak starting 5th. Cameron Harris starting 6th with Michael Boone in 7th. James Nelson will start 8th in that number 75 truck. Tyrone Yo 9th, Nathan Christensen 10th, and Michael Bovair riding shotgun on the field here in 11th for tonight's race. I believe we're one lap and then ready to go here, Dave.
Looks like lights are out. Not too sure. Usually they do 2 laps on the short track, but we shall see. Looks like they're going to go one more time around here.
The trucks in the pace car make their way through turn 2 down the backstretch. Another set of turns to go here for Kenneth Pack to get this race started and underway. Green flag is out for the number 16.
Oh no!
Oh,
problem early for Chad Snyder. Did not go on the restart.
Yeah, we're going to back up and see what happened, as I was not specifically watching Chad Snyder there, but
something happened to Chad Snyder on the start.
Okay, the 27 was flat, blinking to his outside there. I saw that. Chad Snyder, yeah, he starts to go, and then it just slows up. I mean, I saw him accelerate. Wow, a lot of trucks jammed up in that one. Michael Boone, or I say a lot, but a couple of trucks jammed up in that one. Michael Boone, Michael Kurgelak, both crashing in that incident. See if this 26 gets going. Does now. Unfortunate.
Watching Chad's in-car now to see what may have happened here.
David looked like his truck took off, and then it just like all of a sudden fell on its face.
His truck either went to neutral or downshifted. Can't quite tell from my point of view, but looked like he went to shift from 2nd to 3rd and maybe got neutral. I'm not too sure.
Well, we know with Chad Snyder, he is using an H pattern shifter here. And it's kind of a newer shifter for him. Now, I know he's been using it in the Cup Series as a as kind of like a sequential shifter, which usually is where you'd see the problem, but it's like he may have tried to get past that neutral gate to get to 3rd, and it just either missed it or maybe went into 1st. Or did you say it just stuck in neutral?
I think he hit neutral. I don't think it was so much 1st. It didn't look like he spun the tires. The car just grabbed neutral and it didn't go. So I think that's what it was. You can see the truck just It didn't get sideways, so that tells me he didn't downshift. He got stuck in neutral.
Yeah, as Michael Kurgelak, Michael Bone, Tyrone Yo all on pit road. Yeah, the 26 comes down, uses his fast repair. Not what you wanted to do on lap 1 of 200 here. We're now circling on lap 4, but yeah, you didn't want to use that early, but had to do so based on the amount of damage. Likely had a meatball flag. Michael Kurgelak comes down, gets a little bit of damage corrected. Still has a lot of damage to that number 41 truck. Tyrone Yo's truck looks pretty clean. May have used his fast repair. Not sure if he had to or not. Michael Boone comes out. His truck looks clean. Maybe still a little bit of damage on the Boone machine. Not sure. May not have wanted to chance using that this early in the race. Very unexpected turn of events on the start of the race as the number 26 Blues Race Design Resurrection Detail Toyota of Chad Snyder just did not get going.
Now we're gonna try this again, stacked up, ready for the green.
Pace car's off. Here we go. Geico restart zone. Kenneth Pack fires off. Pretty good jump on that restart to pull out ahead of the 54. Now the 67 looking to the inside of the 54. 54 is going to carry the momentum on the outside. Able to hold on to second position is Curtis Sauber. No problem for Chad Snyder this time getting it up to speed and through the gears. So he's able to keep rolling here. Michael Kurgelak looking to his inside of the 26, trying to take away the 8th position. Can't quite make it happen this time by.
It looks early on here, the high line is the place to be.
Yeah, Dave, I was kind of watching them in practice, and I noticed that the faster trucks were running that high line. Kind of a high entry, letting it drift up just a little bit as the 67 gets into the wall. You don't want to drift up that high, but yeah, this is short track racing. These trucks that we mentioned with a little bit of damage, they're going to be okay because I don't think you're going to have a big issue with downforce or with the airflow over the top of the vehicle like you would at, say, a bigger track, 1.5 to 2 mile track.
Yeah, this is sort of like a short track, I guess. Just what I think, just over half a mile, right? So
yeah,
a lot of that stuff goes out the window here on these shorter tracks. So as we see Kenneth Pack, the leader, sideways. Caution comes out for Kenneth Pack.
We're going to go back and take a look and see what might have happened there.
And some heavy hitters here early on having some issues.
Yeah, this being your pole sitter, Dave. I mean, it may have just gotten loose. We'll see what happens here. He's running that high side, and as he exits the corner, he tries to go a little bit low. Oh, yeah, and as it went back out to the wall, the rear end just comes out from under it. He locks it down, avoids the inside wall, so no damage. But lost every bit of the track position, dropping back to the tail of the field now for Kenneth Pack. That will relinquish the lead to the number 54 of Curtis Sauber. Benny Campbell in second, James Nelson third, Nathan Christensen up 6 spots to fourth, Michael Bovair again up 6 spots as well to that 5th position.
Yeah, good job there on Kenneth Pack for locking it down and keeping it off any walls. Spared him probably a lot of damage, so good job kind of keeping it off everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that could have been much, much worse for your pole sitter, but again, able to lock it down and keep from hitting that inside wall. So good on him. May have flat spotted those tires a bit. He did not come down pit road. Michael Kurgelak and Michael Boone are both down pit road now. Probably getting some more of that damage corrected from earlier, just so that if they get into something a little bit later, they don't have a little incident turn into something major.
Yeah, you're better off. Looks like Kurgelak's car is a little beat up on the front, a little bit beat up on the back, but hopefully that damage doesn't cost him any speed. Looks like the front nose has a nice little V in the front of it now. I think that was from the damage early on that restart, getting in the back of Chad Snyder.
Yeah, as does Michael Boone's truck. His truck has a little bit of damage there in the front, right about the bow tie, Looks like he hit a pole or something just a little bit, but yeah. At any rate, they're both back out here, getting some of their damage corrected as we were discussing, and returning to the track.
Yeah, so this race here is starting out a little bumpy here. A couple cautions early. I think they can easily get this corrected. But yeah, it looks like maybe it's a little free off on these corners for these drivers as well tonight.
Yeah, and based on what they were doing in practice, Dave, it's not something I was really expecting. You and I discussed it. We thought maybe it would get stretched out here a little bit. But not the case here thus far, as we are under our second caution here just at lap 14 of 200 here in the Oil Slick 200 for the All-American Racing League Truck Series.
Yeah, the lights are out on the pace car. They're crossing over down through turns 1 and 2. '54 Curtis Sovereign's going to lead them back down to the Geico restart zone.
Good jump for the 54. Goes immediately up to that high side. 75 looking to the inside of the 67 to try to take second position. Not going to let it happen. Is the 67 able to use that momentum off the corner to hold on to second position? Third place, James Nelson able to hold that position as Nathan Christensen is in the fourth spot. Don't look now as Cam Harris is making his way through this field. Cam is always a threat to win these races. It's been a while since he's been out here.
Oh, big wreck on the backstretch involving Chad Snyder.
Oh, that's going to be
Michael Bovair.
That may be the end of the day for Chad Snyder, as we did mention he used his quick repair earlier. Let's go back and see how this thing unfolded here. So we watch the 26 truck here. So going through the corner, the 48 of Bovair is up, gets loose on the high side. Oh, Chad Snyder up on two wheels and then gets collected by the 41. That 26 truck is destroyed.
And oh man.
Yeah, that's going to end the day likely for Chad Snyder. Hopefully he can get that truck repaired, but I'm not real confident in that. Let's go on the cockpit ride with Chad Snyder, which we were going to do a little bit later in the race. But there's a ride along with Chad. But let's ride along with him here as this incident unfolds. So the 48 up on the high side there just gets loose, and Chad has nowhere to go. Up on two wheels. Oh, and over. Sorry, folks at home, if I made you lose your lunch with that one, but I'm going to share exactly what the driver was experiencing there. Chad Snyder is on pit road getting damage repaired to that number 26 Blues race design truck. You know, we mentioned that was a great paint scheme that was just put on this truck for this race, or starting with this race, and it doesn't look as good as it did when they first started, Dave.
Yeah, it's a little little beat up here and there they're going.
We're still green flag racing here, 21 of 200. Or no, wait a minute. Yes.
Yeah, we're still under green. Battle for the lead. Benjamin Campbell has caught the 54 Curtis Sovereign.
Benny using that low line. Sovereign still riding the high line. Now the 67 goes to the high line here through the corner. As they head down the backstretch and into three. 67 electing to stay up high with the 54 this time by. Cuts to the bottom, mid-corner. Interesting line. Carries a lot of speed off the corner and down the front stretch. Unfortunately for Chad Snyder, still sitting on pit road. Dave, do we have Chad Snyder? Maybe we get a word with him?
I don't know if that's a good idea at the moment. Probably a little upset. Let me look here.
I see he's still there. Let's see if we can get him in here. Oh, as the 67's loosened up into the wall.
Ooh.
Still holding on to it, still staying green here, folks. Still in second spot. They had a pretty good gap, he in the 54 over the 75 of Nelson. Chad Snyder is leaving the infield care center, Dave. Let's see if we can get him in here. I'll bring him in. He's going to hate me for this, but we'll do it anyway. Chad Snyder, Dave in the booth. You got us? Hey, Chad, you got a copy? All right, Dave, you're probably right. Probably a bad idea, so I'll let him go. Let him cool off. He may still be getting looked at there. That was a very hard and scary hit, so we'll let him go for now. Oh, as Benny Campbell is down pit road after smacking the wall there just a bit. Comes down, uses his fast repair. Interesting. I wonder if he got a meatball flag from that. Yeah, he must have to use it this early. We see the 75 of Nelson running in P2, some 3.4 seconds behind Curtis Sauber, our leader. Cam Harris up to third position. Rebounding into fourth is Kenneth Pack in that 16 truck. That truck is on rails, David.
Yeah, Kenneth Pack doing a heck of a job here after his little incident early on, spinning from the lead. Work himself back up into that fourth position.
We're showing Benny Campbell, I believe, a lap down at the moment. Oh, as the 54 hits the wall, our leader just barely touches it there, it looked like. Here's we are turning lap 30 of 200 here in the Oil Slick 200. It has proven to be as slick as oil out there. Slick as Lucas Oil, mind you. Right here in the All-American Racing League Truck Series.
Yeah, Curtis Sovereign enjoying a 3-second lead here over James Nelson.
About 28 laps, 27 laps to go here in this first stage. Benny Campbell would love to get back up to our leader, but he is almost a little over a full straightaway behind for getting his lap back. If he can hold on to it, problem is by the time he needs to be the first truck one lap down by the time we come to that 60 lap mark in order to get that free pass there. So we'll keep an eye on that as the story progresses for the 67. The 54 of Sauber coming to the back of catching up to the back of the field to the 48 of Michael Bovair to try to put Bovair down a lap. That's going to make Bovair the first truck one lap down. .48 moves over and concedes that spot and just allows the 54 to get on by there without contesting it much. James Nelson's cutting into that lead, Dave. He's got it down to 2.5 seconds now.
Yeah, we'll see how this works with tire wear as well. Like I said, don't know really much about this track and how it eats tires, but maybe the 54 is used a little bit more than the 75 at this point in the race.
Yeah, I mean, he pulled out to a very, very, very large lead there early on. And now that lead is starting to tick away quite a bit. I mean, he had some 3.5 seconds, and it's now cut to 2.3 seconds. The 75 is ticking off just about almost 0.2 quicker per lap at the moment. Even faster than that is Kenneth Pack back in third. He's running about 0.3 quicker than our leader. last time by.
Yeah, I think we said this before too. Kenneth Pack is kind of the king of long runs. Always seems to have a really good, strong truck at the end of a run. So looks like it's playing kind of into his favor as well.
Yeah. Last time by, he and James Nelson were both 0.3 quicker than our leader, Curtis Sauber. So they're going to run down the leader here well before, if they can continue this pace, they're going to run him down well before the stage break, as there's only 1.8 seconds separating Curtis Sauber and James Nelson at the moment. Tyrone Yo battling the number 41 of Kerjelak for that 8th or 7th position. Kerjelak has it now. Tyrone wants a piece of it. Kurge's truck, he's been in a couple of incidents already, not of his own doing. They've been caught up in a couple of things already, so that truck is a little worse for wears here early on. So Michael Boone was able to get by and starts to set sail and pull away just a bit. Michael Boone also in the first incident, but still carrying just a little bit better speed than these guys behind him. Battle here for the 4th position with Nathan Christensen. Well, it's not really a battle yet. Cameron Harrison currently holds 4th. Nathan Christensen back in 5th as he gets around Bovair. So we talk about the lucky dog. Now, Benny Campbell is running down just so there's the race within the race, right? The 67 gets around this 48 here. He'll be the first truck 1 lap down, so he wants to get around him before there's a caution flag. Currently still running behind that 48, but only by a couple of truck lengths. As the 67's trying to look to the inside of the 48. Again, this is at 1 lap down. However, it's a very important battle on track. We're going to jump back up front as the 75 is running down this 54. He's in the mirror now, some 4 or 5 car lengths behind the 54. Less than a half second on track, Dave.
Yeah, definitely starting to really get to the back bumper here of the 54.
We still have that battle ongoing back here between the 67 and the 48. 48 able to hold off the 67 for the time being, but as is the 54 holding off the 75 currently. So a couple of very important battles happening here as we have a battle for the lead and a battle for the 1 lap down position to get that back. Oh, as the 67 gives a shot to the 48, Dave, on entry. Gonna get around him one way or the other, Benny Campbell.
They're really racing hard there for that lucky dog.
Back up front, 75 to the inside of the 54. Can't make it stick down there on the low side. 54 gets the momentum on the outside. Kenneth Pack starting to close in on this battle here, Dave. He's only a second behind, just about 9/10 of a second behind this battle for the lead as the 75 dives in really deep, able to get a nose out. 54 is going to try to use the momentum on the high side as they can't quite clear him. Now the 75 is clear. New leader, James Nelson, that auto serve number 75 Chevrolet.
Here comes Kenneth Pack, reeling these guys in from that 3rd position.
Got 12 laps to go here in the stage. As we mentioned earlier, stage points, you get 1 stage point for winning a stage to carry with you through the playoffs here in the Truck Series. So if you make that top 10, you want to get one of these stage wins or start collecting them anyway. Not to mention you get 10 points in the regular season for winning a stage, 9 for 2nd, 8 for 3rd, so on and so forth back through the top 10.
So it does look like Benny Campbell was able to clear Michael Bovair to claim that lucky dog spot right now for the moment.
Yeah, and I don't see any trucks that are going to go a lap down in the next 10 laps or so, and barring any incidents. 75's not catching anyone at the moment. that is in jeopardy of going a lap down. So that currently puts the 67 in the lucky dog spot if and when the caution comes out. We know the caution will come out at the end of lap 60, but if one comes out before then obviously he would get it at that point. Ooh. That's 67 and 54, both, or 75 and 54, both very close to hitting the wall on exit. Now, battle for second. It's Kenneth Pack now to the inside of the 54 Sovereign. Can Pack make it stick on the bottom to clear the 54? It looks like he's... No, can't get him cleared there as they head down the backstretch. Back into 3, going to try it once again. He gets the 54 cleared, slides up in front. A little slide job there, Dave, as they come down the front stretch. 54 now trying to look back to the inside of the 16. 16's going to carry that momentum off the corner and down the backstretch. Now, Kenneth Pack's got about a second and a half to make up here. 1.6 seconds over the next 6 laps. That's going to be tough for anybody on any kind of tire strategy, honestly, here at a very small track. But we'll see what he's able to do.
Yeah, Cameron Harris now closing in on the 54 to try to grab P3 here in the late running stage 1. Kenneth Pack running a little bit quicker than the leader. I just don't think there's enough time to catch him as he's down by 1.2 seconds right now.
Yeah, and closing at a pretty good click, but, almost 0.2 quicker. But again, like you say, with 4 laps left, not sure he can make that happen. Barring there's no incident from the 75. He doesn't get into the wall, doesn't have to check up for a slide or anything like that. We now have 3 laps to go in the stage. The 75 kind of playing a little bit conservative now, Dave. I notice he's... Well, never mind. I see it, and then I go to say it, and then it changes. I was going to say he was taking a little more conservative line, running kind of the center lane, but then he goes right back up to the wall there as we're coming to... should take lap 60 this next time by, and once they complete that lap, the caution flag will fly here in the Oil Slick 200 for the All-American Racing League Truck Series right here on SimWorld Racing Network. So yeah, looks like he's going to be able to close this out. Just one more lap to go. Your winner of stage 1 here for the Oil Slick 200 will be James Nelson, followed by Kenneth Pack in second. Curtis Sovereign is going to finish in third here, I believe. Cameron Harris in fourth. Fifth will be Nathan Christensen, uncontested here. Michael Boone coming across the 6th, Michael Kerjlak 7th, Tyrone Yo 8th, 9th will be Benny Campbell, Michael Bover will get 10th, the final scoring position in points. Unfortunately, Chad Snyder still on pit road. I believe he's called it a day here today. Looks like his truck's got some repairs. Guys have done some good repairs to the truck, but a bunch of laps down at this point. So we should see pit stops here in just a second. Meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and jump to a quick commercial break. You won't miss a thing as we will go side by side as all these drivers come down. And I believe they're all going to take 4 tires and fuel here, and we'll be right back with you.
Back to more racing action right after this.
Looking for a safe, effective cleaning system?
Look no further. G-Tech Evolutionary Cleaners and Degreasers, certified by the EPA as a safer choice product. G-Tech can be used quickly and safely to remove soils and stains from most surfaces. Give them a call at 770-967-6988 or visit them on the web at mygtech.com. G-Tech, 5346 BBS Way, Brazelton, Georgia. G-Tech, your one stop for professional, eco-friendly cleaning products. For tailgating activities or just plain backyard fun, look no further than Holio. Made to order cornhole bags and boards. No order is too large or too small. You can choose unfinished or finished with stain and polyurethane, and finished with a vinyl design or your company branding. Don't wait for the season to be over. Contact Holio on Facebook. Holio, made to order cornhole bags and boards. Now back to trackside act of the All-American Racing League.
All right, as we rejoin you here, looks like James Nelson getting 4 tires, getting off pit road first, followed by Kenneth Pack, Curtis Sauburn, Nathan Christensen jumping up to that 4th position with Benny Campbell back down pit road a second time. Cam Harris had some issues. A speeding penalty possibly on Cam Harris, drops to 8th. Michael Boone will be 6th. Make that 5th now as Benny Campbell drops back down as he has to come back down for another pit stop. Michael Kurgelak would be 6th. That'll move Tyrone Yo up to 7th. Cam Harris will move up to 8th. Michael Bovair 9th. And that should put Benny Campbell back in the 10th position, I believe, by the time he retakes the field here. Or maybe not. I'm not really sure why I'm scoring that way, but it looks... Scoring is just a little different than what it's showing at the moment, but that's all right. Oh, as we have Tyrone Yo, Cam Harris, and Michael Bovair all down a lap? Is that right, Dave?
What I'm showing on my scoring.
Due to the pit stops, man. So this track is so short. If you get a 40-second penalty, you're going a lap down. That's what's happened here. We have Tyrone Yo with a 35-second pit stop. We have Cam Harris with a 44-second pit stop, and we have Michael Bovair with a 15-second pit stop, but he was already 1 lap down. We do know the 67 of Benny Campbell was the lucky dog there, so he'll restart in 7th position overall. So that's what was going on there. It had me a little bit confused, but I think I've got it all. I think I got it all like straightened out in this head of mine now. But we would like to think, the folks that make it happen here, we'd like to think, as we're getting ready to come back to the green flag, this series is brought to you by Callahan Cox Motorsports. Callahan Cox Motorsports up there grinding it out every Saturday night in the greater Maine area. Dave, you can tell us exactly where that's happening, can't you?
Yeah, Callahan Cox Motorsports. You can catch them every Saturday night at Oxford Plains Speedway throughout now until October.
That's awesome, man. Well, best of luck to Callahan Cox and you, Dave, as I know you're a part of that team as the pace car is off. And green flag will be in the hands of the 75 of James Nelson. Sees in the Geico restart zone and fires off. 16 gets a good jump alongside him. Going to try to get to his outside. Can't make it happen. 75 with a really good run into 1. Now there's 54 looking to the inside of the 16 of Kenneth Pack for that second spot. Can't make it happen. Falls back in line at 3rd.
Yeah, 16 had the preferred lane in through turns 1 and 2, allowing him to pick up that spot from the 54.
The 75 still holding that lead as they exit 4. Now the 16 under fire by the 54 of Sauburn. Sauburn taking that position away. Going to try to make the slide job happen. Can't quite get clear of the 16 as the 16. Oh, this 54 is sideways. 3 is sideways behind him. Christensen down again. Sideways. Oh, a little bit of damage on the 3 truck. He's still getting going, staying green as he takes the access road to get it to pit road. Tough break for the 3 of Christensen. Folks at home follow us here on SimRacing Racing Network. You will know Nathan Christensen from broadcasting our Tuesday night All-American Racing League Cup Series races. And unfortunately for Nathan, on pit road, getting damage repaired, takes his quick repair and is on his way back out now. The leader, James Nelson, holding on to that lead over the 16 of Kenneth Pack. by half a second at the moment. His front three trucks have pulled away just a bit, looks like about a second and a half over Michael Boone. Or,
Yellow is out.
Vinny Campbell gets into the fourth position. What happened with the yellow there? We'll give that spot back to Boone. Not quite sure what happened for the yellow.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on my side.
Yeah, I don't have an actual reason this yellow flew here, guys. I'm not seeing it. Lucky dog recipient will be the number 27. I believe the number 27 of Cam Harris will get his lap back here as our lucky dog of the race. The 41's coming down pit road. I don't know if something happened with Kerjalak, maybe? I'm not sure. Not sure what happened there.
Kerjalak may be coming down to keep working on fixing some of this damage to that truck.
Keeping the pit crew busy here early on as we watch the 27 of Cam Harris come around as the lucky dog and get that one lap back, putting himself back in the game. This will keep him P7. This will put 7 trucks back on the lead lap. He will start at the tail end of the field, which is the way the lucky dog works. If you get the lucky dog, you come around, but you have to start behind all the lead lap cars and the lap cars. So the tail end of the longest line for the 27, but back on the lead lap nonetheless. James Nelson is your leader here, coming to lap 75 of 200 here in the All-American Racing League Truck Series for the Oil Slick 200. Be sure to, if you're watching, be sure to hit that thumbs up button for us. If you're enjoying what you're watching, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It does help this little channel out. We would appreciate you. It doesn't cost you a thing to hit the like button. It doesn't cost you a dime to hit the subscribe button. We have racing coming here this is Sunday. We'll have racing Tuesday night for the All-American Racing League Cup Series at Indianapolis Speedway. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Going to be a good race. I've seen some of the practice times, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be slick. It's going to be hot. It's going to be a good time. And be sure to tune in for that. We also have the Quick Finishers Racing League runs on Friday nights. Those guys are headed off to Chicago road course or street course there this coming Friday. So ring the notification bell so you don't miss a thing right here on the service. This is the SimWorld Racing Network. You're watching the All-American Racing League Truck Series, the Oil Slick 200 from Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Huge shout out to one of our major sponsors here in the All-American Racing League Truck Series, G-Tech, Evolutionary Cleaners and Degreasers. Check them out at buygtech.com. Look, it's the cleanest, safest cleaners. You can use it to clean anything you want. If you want to clean the tools in your garage, you've been working on your race car, use it to clean them. It takes the grease right off of them. You can throw a little bit in your laundry if you want to. You can clean your dishes with it if you want to. It's safe. You could. I hear you can eat the stuff, but listen, don't go eating the stuff because I'm not that dude. But yeah, I don't know. Check them out, buygtech.com.
I mean, the stuff's so good. Maybe we could drink a little bit of it, become better broadcasters.
Hey, maybe so, as the pace car is off, Dave.
Yeah, they're stacked up 2 by 2. Going to try this again, working lap 77 of 200. Green is out. Good jump. Yeah, good jump for the 75. Once again, Kenneth Pack in that preferred lane on the high side, trying to make it stick to the outside of the 54 to take over his second position.
Kenneth Pack, as we like to call him, Kenneth Podium Pack. Working that outside line, 54 of Sauber, trying to squeeze him up a little bit there on the exit. Able to take the position away doing so.
Yeah, Kenneth got a little tap from the 67 of Benny Campbell as well.
Benny Campbell's a short track racer in real life and as well as in the sim. He really loves racing these tracks, and he's not afraid to put that chrome horn, as they say, give you a little bump from behind and let you know he's there. He tries to work to the inside of the 16, gets loose there.
54 to the inside of the 75 as well. Battle for the lead.
75 battling back on the outside, trying to keep that momentum. These guys are pretty good buddies in real life, both admins in the Quick Finishers Racing League. As the 75 hits the wall just a little bit, but still maintaining speed. 54 is going to get him cleared there. Now the 75 closing right back in on the back bumper. Can't quite get it done. Some pretty good racing in the top 4 here, Dave. We jump back and check out what's going on behind them. 41 in Kerjelak moving up to the 5th position there. That damaged race truck. Been working on it every single caution flag that comes out and gets around Michael Boone. Cam Harris is in our 7th position. Still kind of mired behind these lap trucks, Dave. Unable to make any spots up, at least track position spots, right, since the restart.
Yeah, you get the 3 of Nathan Christensen and the 9 of Michael Boubert, who I believe are fighting for that lucky dog spot. They're running great, bumper to bumper with each other here. Is Tyrone Yo making a move underneath Michael Boubert to try to get back in that lucky dog position as well.
Back up front, the 54 of Sauburn's continuing to lead the way, about a truck length and a half, maybe 2 trucks over the 75 of Nelson, followed by Kenneth Pack in 3rd, Benny Campbell 4th, Michael Kerjelak rounding out the top 5. It's interesting. We've seen the 16. He had his little incident off the corner. Didn't get any damage from it. Managed to save that truck. Back up here now in the 3rd position. We saw Benny Campbell have a couple of different issues here thus far, and able to rebound up to the 4th position, and right here running with the leaders as Sauber stretches his lead just a little bit over these guys. Now out to 0.6 of a 0.7 of a second, but we saw Sauber do this earlier, and then as the laps ticked away, Dave, these guys were able to run him down and pass him. Not sure that he learned his lesson on that tire wear. And I'll be honest with you, I say that and it sounds very critical, but when you're the truck out front, it's very hard to manage how fast you should run, right? If you're in 2nd, you can manage how fast you want to run with the leader in front of you. But if you're that leader, it's very hard to manage how hard you should be pushing your tires.
Yeah, and I mean, Curtis is running, about 2 to 3 tenths quicker a lap right now than the guys behind him. So, as you see, as this gets closer to the end of stage 2, we'll see how that fares for him.
Benny Campbell's moving into the 3rd position, gets around the 16 of Pack. And as we've mentioned, we know how Pack runs. Pack will usually let guys go early on and try to get them on the back end. And typically it works out for him, but we wouldn't call him podium Pack. Cam Harris still back here in the 7th position after getting that lap back, still unable to do anything with Tyrone Yo, who's a lap down, unable to get around him, and it looks like it's kind of holding him up somehow. He's now looking to the outside of Yo, and I don't want to say the lap truck is really holding him up that much, but we'll just have to see now that he's finally cleared the 2, if he can run down these other 2 lap trucks, get around them. Move on, but not used to seeing that out of the 27 here, as he had a little bit of issue earlier, a pit road penalty, putting him a lap down and then getting that lap back, and he's just been unable to do anything with the lap trucks to get back up to our lead lap driver. Curtis Sauber pulls out to a 1.3 second lead over James Nelson, Benny Campbell, Kenneth Pack, and Michael Boone. Your top 5.
Yeah, I think Cam Harris was back there kind of saving some stuff, because he has definitely stepped on the throttle here. Once he got clear of Tyrone Yo, he picked up the pace quite a bit. Kind of almost matching himself with the leader's time now. So I think it's time to go for Cameron Harris.
Yeah, he's still got to deal with the 3 of Nathan Christensen, who is 1 lap down, the first truck 1 lap down at the moment. And then he'll be up here able to battle with the likes of Michael Kurgelak, Michael Boone, and all those guys once he gets around this 3. Curtis Auburn out to 2 seconds over James Nelson as we come to lap 94 of 200 here in the All-American Racing League Truck Series Oil Slick 200 from Lucas Oil Speedway or Raceway or something way. Some kind of way over here in Indianapolis. It's way over here in Indianapolis. Benny Campbell now starting to hammer to the back of the 75. Kind of up in his mirror there a little bit, just letting him know he's there and trying to worry him some. And that's, you know, this is as much a mental game as it is a physical game when you're racing drivers on track. If you can get in somebody's mirror, get them watching more of their mirror than they are out the front of the truck, they can get them to miss their line, take that position away a little easier than maybe if they weren't concerned with watching you at all. As the 67 does a little bit of a slide job around the corner there, a little bit of drifting. Wheel in that truck is the 67 of Benny Campbell. The 3 of Nathan Christensen gets around the 41 of Kurgelak. Even though he's lap down, still able to pass the 41, kind of distance himself, not causing the 41 any time there. But now the 27 is to the back of the 41 to try to take over that 6th spot.
Yeah, Cam Harris kind of running a little bit lower, I feel, than some of these other trucks right now. He's about a lane lower through the corners.
Is that odd to you, Dave? Because, I mean, I've seen the 27 on the track year after year after year. Oh, the 41 is really loose, gets up in the wall. 27 able to make that pass, move Cam Harris to P6. Really having a little trouble holding on to that truck there. I don't know if it's some of the damage on the truck or what, but he's been working on it. That crew's been working on it every single caution flag we've had. We're going to have a little more to repair after that slide. The 16 pack now working on the 67 of Benny Campbell as the 75 starts to walk away from them a little bit. Benny Campbell is some 3.1 seconds behind our leader, Curtis Auburn. But Kenneth Pack's going to have to try to get around him here in a hurry as they've only got 11 laps to go in this stage as we are halfway, lap 100 of 200 for the Oil Slick 200. Going to need to get around him pretty quick and get moving on as we watch the 67 slide those rear tires almost every corner now. He's really getting slick, getting loose back to the pedal, the exit of the corner. Curtis Auburn really loving what he's seeing on this run. I mean, you know, he's only got another 9 laps to go, but he's 2.4 seconds ahead of James Nelson. I kind of criticized him, and I have to back up and, you know, kind of call it is what it is. You know, I criticized him for kind of taking off as quickly as he did this run based on what happened last time, but being 2.3 seconds ahead here with only 7-8 laps to go in the stage, he may be in a good spot, Dave. We've got a 10th lap difference, right?
Stage 2 is to lap 120. He'll be.
Is it 120? I was thinking 111 for some reason. So
about 16 laps to go. All
right, so let me go back and say it again. Yeah, I think he might have got out there a little too quick. Pushed it a little too hard early on. I don't know where 111 popped in my head there, Dave, but I'm glad you got me straight. That's why we're here working together.
Yeah, the last time by James Nelson was a little over 10th quicker. This time it's about 0.3 quicker for James Nelson. So James Nelson definitely starting to come here late in stage 2.
Yeah, at this pace, Dave, he's going to run down this leader with 15 laps to go in the stage. So I think I have that correct now, my math. But it helps if I know what I'm talking about. And many times I don't. If you're new to this channel, you need to know that. And if you're not new to this channel, you already know that. So James Nelson cut it down to 1.6 seconds. Almost a second and a half now is the lead for Curtis Sauber. So Kenneth Pack able to get around the 67 of Benny Campbell, take over the third spot. See if he can now run down that 75 and 54 here late in the running. 27 of Cam Harris gets around the 5 of Michael Boone to take over the 5th spot. Marching his way back to the front as we see the 5 up there scraping the wall on entry.
Yeah, that lead down now to 1.3 seconds.
Yeah, I think Saubern's in trouble here. I think he's in trouble here.
We're coming to 12 to go in stage 2.
I've revoked my apology for my criticism, and here we are with about 10 to go at the line in this stage. And I'm not saying Curtis is not, he may be able to hold on to this for another 10 laps, but it's gonna be pretty tight. I mean, the last time, let's see what it is this time by. Last time by they were almost identical times. This time by, yeah, James Nelson almost
about 2/10 so
quicker. So yeah, that's gonna be hard to overcome for our leader Curtis Sauber.
But I think James Nelson can get to Curtis, but passing him could be a different story. So let's see. Oh, as the Curtis gets real loose off of turn 4.
And honestly, last time by, Curtis was just about 2/100ths faster than Nelson. We'll see this time by after that slide you just mentioned. Well, I mean, at 4, he was still faster even though he slid off the corner, Dave.
Yeah, it looked like he gained a little bit of time, but now it's down to 1 second.
Yeah, gave up a 10th this last time by, but it's gonna be a nail biter here for the finish stage 2, folks. So be prepared for it. They were friends coming into this race. They may not be leaving it. Maybe frenemies at that point. Very important, again, as we mentioned before, to get these stage wins. Carry those points on into the playoffs as the James Nelson said really sends it into turn 1 and 2. Down to 0.3 of a second now for our leader. Kenneth Pack sitting about 2 seconds behind the leader at the moment. Starting to close in a little bit with coming to 5 to go here in the stage. For Pack, he needs the 54 to slow down this 75 a bit, because the 75 is still turning about a 10th quicker. Now that last time by, they ran identical lap times at 23:07, with Pack just about 7/100ths quicker. So yeah, I don't know. Sauber may be able to pull this off with 5 to go. Buckle your seatbelts, folks. Nail down your soft drinks because this is about to take off. This battle is about to heat up for the lead and for the win of stage 2. We come to 3 to go in the stage. '75 runs a high line in and then tries to cut that apex really hard and get a good run off. And Saubern's just kind of running almost a middle to high lane. These guys willing it for everything they've got here. 75 slides into the corner, up and into the wall. Still able to get a good run off the corner. Oh my goodness, right to the back bumper of the 54. Now looking to the inside of the 54 as we head off into 3. Check that 3. Side by side, door to door action. at the
54
line.
scrubbed the wall.
75 going to try to get him clear here into one. 54 battling back on the outside. Right there, 75 able to clear. 54 hits the wall again.
That's going to allow the 75 to get away.
Trying to do the crossover. Not enough speed to make it happen here. 1 lap to go here in stage 2. The 75 going for back-to-back. I believe you won the first stage, right, Dave? Going for back-to-back wins here in the stages. Sweeps the first 2 stages. The 75 of James Nelson in that Quick Finishers Racing League. Night Owl Sows, Auto Serve, SWR, and Chevrolet will take the win of stage 2. Curtis Sauber finishes second with Kenneth Pack third, Benny Campbell fourth, Cameron Harris rebounding to fifth, Michael Boone sixth, seventh will be Michael Kerjelak, Nathan Christensen eighth, ninth will be Tyrone Yo, with Michael Bovair getting that 10th and final point. Whew! All right. If that didn't get your blood pumping at home, folks, I don't know what will. Some great racing there for the lead and for the win of the stage. So all these drivers are heading down pit road. They come to the service of their pit crews. It should be for tires and fuel for everybody. I don't know if they'll take fuel or not. I mean, they don't have to. I think they can make it the remaining, if they took fuel on the first stop at least, they can make it the remaining distance on the tank of fuel that they have. But we'll see here. As Kenneth Pack pulls down into that all-important first pit box. Tire right side's up. Now left side's going up on Sauburn's and Pack's. Wait a minute, 75 is off.
75 is off pit road already.
Followed by Sauburn and Kenneth Pack in the 16th. So they're basically going to come off in the exact same order they went on. No change here for the lead. So we're getting ready to start the second and final stage of the race. I'm going to leave you with our leader, 75 of Nelson, and in the great hands of the Dave Lafano. As I have to step away for one moment, I will be right back.
Those stage cautions are all over. Points have been awarded. We're going to go green. Well, we're going to run from here to the end with no more cautions until lap 200. That'll be the checkered flag. Your leader right now is James Nelson in that 75 truck, followed by Curtis Sauber. Kenneth Pack will be in third. Fourth will be Benny Campbell. Fifth, Cameron Harris. Sixth, Michael Kerjelak. Seventh, Nathan Christensen. Michael Boone, I believe, is on pit road in eighth. Ninth is going to be Tyrone Yo Jr., who is a lap down. Along with 10th place, Michael Bovair. And 11th, in the last final position, is going to be Chad Snyder, who had a rough start to this race. And unfortunately ended his night early. But lights are out on the pace car. We're going to stack them up here, try this again. I'm going to run this out to lap 200.
Yeah, Dave, coming
to be about 73 to go, something like that.
73 to go as the pace car exits the racetrack.
Trying to do that mathem thing, and, you know, it worked that time, I think.
Yeah, you did a good job at it that time, Dave. Green flag's in the air. 75 gets out to a pretty good start here. Really curious to see, Dave, if Sauber tries to fly on by the 75 and get out to another big lead. If he just saves those tires a little bit here.
I think Curtis, no, he's going to go for it. I was going to say Curtis should probably ride right behind that 75 knowing.
Oh, 75 is around.
Oh, 75 is around.
Oh, 16 is around trying to avoid him. Gets.
Oh, no. Oh, they're still wrecking. I
Yeah.
thought Kenneth Pack had that save, but he got hit a couple times.
Yeah, you know, and I saw it, Dave. I saw that, wow, Nathan Christensen's in it. Let's see what. Yeah. Nathan Christensen just got his lap back and then became a part of that incident. Let's see exactly what happened here. Whoa, wrong view. We're going to have to find. Our cameraman's going to have to give us a little different view than that one. Let's jump back in. There we go. James Nelson is on pit road. You see James go into the corner here. Just loses the rear of the truck there on the high side. And then you see the 16 try to avoid him, loses it, and the 67 gets into the 16. 27 gets into the 16, finishing him off. Puts the 16, I think he got hit by every truck behind him, Dave.
Yeah, it looks like the 16, the 27, the 41,
41,
the 67.
41's had enough of it today, I am sure. He's tired of hitting other vehicles. Your leader is Curtis Sauber with Kenneth Pack in second. No, now Kenneth Pack is going to come on down pit road, get that damage fixed on his truck. Michael Kerjlak's in. Michael Boone is back in. James Nelson leaving his pit box there. Michael Bovair sets on pit road. Ay. Just one of those incidents we've seen happen on these fresh tires, Dave, where that top line's great. But it seems early in the run, without the heat in the tires, they don't really want to stick on the exit right up there on the exit of the corner.
Yeah, you know, cold tires, hot track. Sometimes they don't mix very well.
Well, we've seen that as trucks are coming off the corner, it seems like it's a really abrupt turn. I mean, you're up against the wall, you're following the radius of the corner, but it's like the corner's almost they almost kind of pull in a little bit before the straightaway as you have that safety barrier. If you look right here, folks, as they exit the corners, the pace cars exiting the corner, you see the safety barrier there, but as they exit, that safety barrier kind of goes away, right? You see it there, purple, and then right there at the Kroger sign, it kind of goes away there. But what happens is guys are following that wall around there, and it's like, for whatever reason, it's like the truck almost has like an abrupt turn off of that exit there, Dave. And I've been watching the trucks do that, and when they seem to get loose right there as the cushioning leaves. I don't know why. It's actually giving them more track back, but for some reason.
Yeah, they found this track to be a little tricky tonight.
But I will have to say, as the heat gets in the tires, it seems to be the place to be is up top for sure. As the 67's blinking there just a bit, it's a figment of your imagination if you're seeing that at home. These are real trucks, real video. Yeah, no. The 27 is now dropping back. Not sure what he was doing down there on the inside. I thought he was dropping back there, and if maybe he had a penalty or something, but apparently not. Cam Harris is in the third position. You have Curtis Sauber as your leader, going to be the control truck here in the Geico restart zone with the 67 of Benny Campbell on his outside. Green flag's in the air. Away we go down into turn 2. 54 is going to clear and go back up to that high side again. Well, middle of the high side, right? 67 to Campbell, not letting him get pulled out. They're going to chase and push him actually a little bit there to maybe drive it a little harder than he needs to, as we've seen the 54 struggle later in the run because of that. Blood is in the water. The 67 sliding as he comes through the corner.
The traction seems to be coming at a premium here tonight. battle back here between Kenneth Pack and Michael Kurgelak there for the 5th position.
Pack on the outside, Kurgelak on the inside. Pack is going to prevail for the moment. And you have the 75 of Nelson, who we've seen be super fast on the long run. Doesn't have a whole lot of time to be waiting now. Going to have to make that short run work for him as he's now looking to the inside of the 41 of Kurds. Oh, lets him go there as he gets a little bit loose on that inside line. A little bit of damage on the front of the 27 truck there, riding in 3rd place. He has the fastest lap of the race thus far at a 21.97. So we know he's got a really quick truck. Had a little problem getting through the traffic there earlier. Now, after Nathan Christensen getting back on the lead lap, has rebounded back up into the 4th spot in that number 3 Ford. Amsoil Ford. I used to use Amsoil when I raced 4-wheelers, Dave. That's what I used as my 2-stroke oil there.
Benny Campbell sideways, all out of sorts off a 4. Going to lose a couple spots here.
Yeah, as the 3 is going to make his way around to take over the 3rd spot. Kenneth Pack closing right in on the back of the 67. 67 now seems to have it gathered back up. Moves Cam Harris to 2nd. Leader is still Curtis Sauburn in that number 54 Ford, Quick Lane Ford, Motorcraft Quick Lane Ford.
Oh, Benny Campbell sideways again into the wall. Going to keep it straight, but that allows the 16 to Kenneth Pack to kind of get to his inside here a little bit.
As they whip it off the corner right there where I was talking about, just really, the truck just seems to whip right off that corner. I don't know how to explain it other than that. Folks, if you see it, you see it. If you don't, then maybe I'm just crazy. Well, that's already a given. But anyway, moving on. So we're in the cockpit of the number, riding on the helmet cam of Curtis Sauber here in the number 54 Ford. He's leading this thing. He's got clean track in front of him as he seems to run about a middle lane on entry, middle lane through the corner, and then right back out to the wall on exit. So come past the flag stand, back down into turn 1, gets it back down, and then just lets her drift right back up to that high lane again, and then arcs it back down, almost doing like a double apex type move there, Dave.
Yeah, a little bit different, like a double apex almost.
Behind him, we have Cam Harris riding on his helmet cam here as we head down into the corner, running quite a bit of higher entry. Lets it roll right up to the wall there, and then starts to arc it back down once again on exit. Right back out to the wall. These guys running about a half lane to a lane different than one another there for most of the corner. As we see the 54 smack the wall. Jump back to Nathan Christensen. Nathan getting it down there, running on that seam of the first lane, then cuts it way down to the bottom to make a low apex, a single apex there. Through 3 and 4, doing much of the same of what we saw with Sauber. See if we can ride with Benny Campbell if we catch one of those slides. He's been doing a lot of them. The short track drivers that are used to it. There he goes, saving that thing, a hard right on the steering wheel. That's what I was hoping we would see there. I mean, as he's able to make it really keep speed that way, but definitely got loose, got out from under him, had to steer to the right a lot as he does it again on the exit of 4 there. Exit of 4. Kenneth Pack, he's loose down, going down now to the inside of the 67. Very, very slick down on the bottom, it seems, Dave. Kenneth Pack
it kind of looks slick everywhere.
These drivers busy inside these cockpits, Dave. Really, really working it. Their arms are going to be tired tonight. we are coming to another couple laps. We'll be at 50 to go here in the Oil Slick 200 here for the All-American Racing League Truck Series. You're watching the Sim World Racing Network. We appreciate you being here. Be sure and smash that thumbs up button if you're having a good time. It helps us. Doesn't cost you a thing to do it. Subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying what you're seeing so that you don't miss any of the racing action here 3 nights a week on Sim World Racing Network. We have 9 trucks back on the lead lap. Tyrone Yo, the most recent recipient of the wave around, running in that 9th position. Michael Bovair currently out of the race with Chad Snyder out of the race. So, yeah. Looking for a good finish here tonight. Or all of these drivers. Benny Campbell has slid through the field, though. Continues his slide through the field. I've kind of seen him sliding all around the track, but really wheeling that thing. And I think he's just kind of, how do we like to say it, Dave? He's pissed the tires off a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, when you slide these tires, you tend to get a lot of surface heat on the tire, and then the tire doesn't want to grip as much. As they will get surface heat, and then they'll begin to get carcass heat, and then the tire just doesn't want to have any grip at all, as it'll build pressure throughout a run. You really want to kind of avoid those slides if at all possible. But looks like everyone's sliding here, slipping and sliding here just a little bit tonight. Curtis Saubinier is your leader, holding about 1.3 seconds over Cameron Harris.
Yeah, and I'm kind of impressed here with Nathan Christensen. He found himself a lap down not very long ago, and has fought his way all the way back up to P3 at the moment, trying to run down Cameron Harris for that 2nd position.
Well, David, he is running down Cameron Harris. Last time by, they both ran identical lap times, but really, like you said, really rebounded well here. Has the 2nd fastest lap on the day with a 22 flat. So things going well now for the 3. As you mentioned earlier, was a lap down for quite some time. Watching other guys, he watched Cam get his lap back, and now he's chasing Cam down for that 2nd spot. James Nelson working to the inside of the 41 of Kerjelak to try to take over the 5th position. He's going to clear him off the corner here as they head down into 3. Kurds now trying to fight back to the outside. Can't quite make it happen. Nelson to 5th. I didn't get a readout, Dave, on how long they can go on fuel, but I am pretty certain that they can run it out without having to stop with fuel. Based on what I know of them running 100% fuel here, just like the Truck Series does in real life. Excuse me. Tires, though, these guys are wanting tires. You can tell by the way they're slipping and sliding around. All these drivers would like to have some tires, but I don't think anyone's stopping unless there's a caution flag.
Yeah, I think that's going to be how it's going to roll here. I believe they can make it on fuel from that last stop at lap 120. So, yeah.
So you basically have what you have for the rest of the race, providing there's no caution flag, as we are coming next time by. We'll come to 40 to go here to end this 200 lap race.
Kenneth Pack now has caught the 3 and Nathan Christensen working on him to try to grab that 3rd position.
Now, Pack running about he's running as fast as the leader at 22.8, which is what the leader's been running. Now looking to the inside of the 3 of Christensen. Off the corner. It's really hard to make that pass off the corner here. Now on entry, going to get side by side with the 3. 3 going to carry the momentum off of the corner, off 4. Now side by side through 1 and 2. Good battle here for the third position between the 16 pack and the 3 of Christensen. Still door to door as we head through 3 and 4. Coming back to the start-finish line. Kenneth Pack's going to get him cleared there. Slides up in front. Now Christensen's going to try the crossover down to the inside of the 16 pack. Nose isn't going to stick. 16 moves to third position. Curtis Sauburn holding on to a 1.8 second lead right now over Cameron Harris here in the late going of the race. We've seen this happen for Sauburn. He's been really, really good early on, and then later in the run, the guy's able to run him down. Now, it's different folks running him down now as Cameron Harris has cut that down to 1.6 seconds since I last gave you a time, which was just a half a lap ago. So, really curious to see how this one shakes out here. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will talk to the top 3 drivers, your top 3 finishers here in this race at the conclusion of the race. Conclusion of lap 200.
Yeah, but look who's right back into the mix. The 75 of James Nelson now working over the 3.
Woo, 3
Nathan Christensen gonna grab that spot from Nathan.
Slide
Move
jump.
the 75 into 4th.
Yeah, that 75 is on rails, Dave. Fastest truck
now,
on track
yeah.
last time by was Kenneth Pack.
You read my mind.
We spend as much time as we do in the booth together, Dave. You tend to do that. I do apologize for stepping on your thought. As this time by, though, we see James Nelson runs a 22.86, but Cam Harris with the fastest time of a 22.78. Still not much faster than our leader, though. Well, this last time he runs a 23.15 to Cam's 22.76. So Cam a couple of tenths quicker. This will be, if it stays green, folks, this will be the longest run we've seen all night. So I'm really curious to see, you know, that we've seen Sauburn kind of drift back over the 60 lap runs that we've had through the first 2 stages. But we don't know what these other trucks are going to do. We've known the 75 has never had to fight through traffic yet to get back up toward the front. So is he overdriving his truck here with 30 laps to go? Is he overdriving his truck to get where he needs to be? As he was quickest last time by with a 22.85. Christensen battling back here with Michael Kurgelak in the 41 for that 5th spot. Christensen has it. Kurgelak wants it. Kurgelak with a much better run on the entry. 3 able to hold on for the time being. Kurgelak now looking to the outside of the 3. Almost scrapes the wall. Has to kind of check out of the throttle just a little bit. Losing a few truck links to the 3 of Christensen. This being the closest battle on the track at the moment. These laps are ticking away rather quickly, Dave.
Yeah, about 28 to go now.
41 looks to the inside of the 3. They make contact on exit. The 41 gets sideways. Has to gather it back up. Loses a lot of ground to the 3 of Christensen. Up in front, Sauburn now his lead is dwindling away to 1.1 seconds over Cameron Harris in the 27. Cam, the fastest Oh, I take that back. Fastest on the track is still James Nelson with a 22.84 to Curtis Sauburn's 22.89. So the lap times for Sauber still holding on pretty well here late in the going with 26 to go.
Yeah, which is something we didn't see in stages 1 and 2. We saw Curtis Sauber kind of falling off late in those stages, but so far so good here in the final stage of the race.
Nelson now has caught the 16, Dave. He's running a tick quicker. He was actually this last lap he was he was 0.3 quicker almost than the 16 of Pack. He's got Pack looking in his mirror now. It's this battle for third place. The 75 now is trying to look to the inside of the 16. Can't quite get to his inside there as they come back to the start finish line, down into one. Yeah, 16 now looking to his, or 75 now looking to the inside of the 16 on an exit of 2 as they head down into 3. 75 now door to door with the 16. Move to the 75 at the line. 75 now down into 1. Going to try the slide job. Can't quite get there. Now he's going to clear the 16. Move the 75 into P3. Curtis Sauber starting to stretch out that lead just a little bit more. He's increased it about almost 0.3 of a second over Cameron Harris, now up to 1.5 seconds. Working
Curtis
on the
now,
2.
Yeah, following the 2 of Tyrone Yo.
He's going to lose all that lead he just gained back trying to get around the 2. Finally gets around him, down to 1 second lead now over Cameron Harris. Now, if Cam doesn't, so it's always harder for the leader to lap somebody than second place. So let's see as Cam catches the back of the 2, if he catches them in the right place and is able to pass the 2 relatively quickly here.
Looks like he will here as he gets him off of turn number 4.
Still caught him in kind of a bad spot. Cost him about a 1/10 on entry there. Now it's Sauber has got back out to 1.4 seconds. Now the 2 is going to try to work back to his outside. Yeah, that cost him the same half second that it cost Sauber, so kind of equaled out there. Now Sauber out to 1.7 seconds. 20 laps to go here in the race. '41 of Kerjelak able to get back around Nathan Christensen, take over the 5th spot. Christensen drops to 6th. Kenneth Pack starting to run that 75 back down, or not letting him get away after the 75 was able to get by him. This is for a podium position, folks, so and for a shot at maybe the win if caution comes out here. Right now with 18 to go, Sauber leads by 1.7 seconds over Cameron Harris. It's another 3 seconds back to James Nelson, who's 4 seconds behind our leader, 4.2. Problem
Yellow is
3.
out.
The 3 had an issue there. Oh. Not sure exactly what happened. I don't see anything on the radar, but I see a torn up 3 truck. Saw him smack the wall as we went to him there. Let's see if I can see what happens as Benny Campbell passes him. We see Benny Campbell here in the 67. The 3 is going to already be having a problem by the time he catches him here.
Yeah, Nathan got loose off of 4 into the outside wall and then down to the inside wall, prompting the yellow to come out.
Yeah, big hard hit to the front of that 3 truck, unfortunately for Christensen, as everyone is coming down pit road here.
This changes everything in this race.
It does.
I'm going to have a restart with close to maybe 12 to go, I'm guessing, somewhere in there. See who wins the battle off pit road.
We may not have had our last caution tonight, Dave, as we are inside. Like you say, we're gonna be inside of 13, 12 to go when they restart as Saubrin gets off pit road first, followed by James Nelson, Kenneth Pack, Michael Kerjelak. Tyrone Yo comes off in the 5th position. He was about to go a lap down. Or actually, he did just go a lap down, so I'm not sure.
He did go a lap down. Not sure why
we're scoring him in 5th there. Not sure. Okay, Tyrone's coming down now to take his pit stop. All right. Based on these being a short track, I think David just kind of scored him in 5th there for a second. Not sure why Tyrone pitted. I thought he would have been the lucky dog there. But maybe he did come around and get his lap back and is now on pit road. Cameron Harris has crashed. What is that about? Cam with another 43-second pit stop, Dave.
Cam tried to catch up to the back of the field and just looped it off in turn 4.
Tough break.
No harm, no foul for Cam, but yeah, just too much tuna.
Unfortunately, he went from 2nd position because of his pit stop. Went from 2nd position, now is sitting back in the 7th position here late.
Yeah, I wonder if Cam got some damage fixed. We know he had some damage on that truck, so he might have got some of that fixed. Cost him some time.
I don't know if I'd have fixed any damage this late in the race, to be honest. As fast as he
Not at this point.
All right, we're getting word from Chad Snyder that he's apologizing for having an issue there at the beginning of the race, and causing a bit of an issue there early on. Again, stuff happens here in the sim world. You know, we're using shifters. We're using stuff that we're not really accustomed to. It's not really what's inside a car, but it's darn close. And sometimes things happen. You know, you miss a gear or whatever happened there. Not really sure. But Chad Snyder apologizing to everyone for that. As the pace car is off, Curtis Saubrin will bring us to the green flag, give us the restart in the Geico restart zone. 75 going to try. Now, we've seen Curtis be fast on the short run, Dave, and now he can run it all the way out as fast as he wants to go.
Yeah, no one's holding anything back here with 12 laps to go. Curtis takes off. Good start for the 54. 75 getting a good push by the 41.
Yeah, it kind of hurt the 41 doing that, but now he's giving a little bit of a bumper to the leader of the 54, is the 75 of Nelson. I might have given him a better shot than that this late in the going, but you know, they're friends, trying not to wreck each other, but if it would have been a green-white checkered, I believe we'd have seen the bumper, Dave.
Or a little more of it.
That's right.
Now 10 to go. And we've seen Curtis be able to check out here in the early going. If he can run these 10 laps with no mistakes, I think he could be walking away with a victory
67
here.
sideways, giving it everything he's got there. Gets sideways, drops back a couple of positions due to that. But back up front, your leader, Curtis Saubrin's got about 2.5 truck lengths over the 75 of Nelson. Trying to hold these guys off to get another win here in the All-American Racing League Truck Series, the Oil Slick 200.
Yeah, 8 laps to go. 75 not letting Curtis get away. It's right to his back bumper.
Boone up to the 5th position here, late in the going. Now battling with Cam Harris for that 5th spot.
As we see the 54 Curtis Saubrin now checking out a little bit, almost a second lead over the 75.
Oh, as the 75's up and into the wall, they're trying to get everything he can out of this truck here late with coming to 5 laps to go here in the race. This is exactly what Curtis Auburn wanted to see. He's been faster all night on the short run. No one else has really tried to push it too much on the short run, so they really don't know what they have. But Curtis knows exactly what he has on the short run.
Yeah, Kenneth Pack in the 16 under attack as the 41's looking to the inside. 5 laps to go, 4 laps to go. See if Kenneth Podium Pack can find the podium here as the 41's really starting to lay some pressure on him.
Two laps to go here from Curtis Auburn in that number 54 Ford, Motorcraft Ford, trying to get it done here. Got a great lead out over the 75 of Nelson for the time being. Kenneth Pack is third, Michael Kerjelak fourth, and Michael Boone rounding out that top 5. So here we go, coming to the white flag for the 54. 1 lap to go. Can he get it done here? They head down the back stretch for one last lap here, going down into turn 3 for the final time. As the 54 of Curtis Auburn exits turn 4, your winner of the Oil Slick 200 for the All-American Racing League Truck Series, Curtis Auburn. Finishing second will be the 75 of James Nelson with Kenneth Pack in the 3rd position. We're going to talk to Kenneth Pack here in just a second, so bear with us. Just 1 minute here. Just a quick message. For Michael Bovair, without going into any detail, Michael, from us here at SimWorld Racing Network, we feel you, buddy, and our thoughts and prayers are with you. See if we can get a message with Podium Pack there, Dave.
Yeah, let's pull Kenneth in. Kenneth Podium Pack, you got a copy.
Oh. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Hey, Kenneth, good run. Tough sledding out there tonight. Track looked really slick. Quite a few issues for multiple drivers. But good job bringing it home in P3 here tonight.
Yeah, they're early in the race. I had the lead, and Alpha Ford just got away from me. And then the other incident, James got loose off Ford in front of me, and then I went around trying to miss him. And I didn't think I had a whole lot of damage, but then I pitted, found out I did, so I had to come back in and take the fast repair, and then I had to come from the back and just drive it too hard. And but I'm happy with a 3rd place.
Well, listen, Kenneth, you grinded it out all night, man. Got back up in here to hold on to your title as Kenneth Podium Pack. We know they call you Pack, man. We see it on your door, buddy. But you always be Kenneth Podium Pack to us, and you've done it here once again, man. The floor is yours. Shout out anyone you want to shout out.
I'll just keep Pac-Man on the truck. We're not going to put no Podium Pack on anything because I really think that would be a jinx.
Right.
Appreciate you broadcasting it, and all the sponsors for the broadcast, my sponsors, and I'll take a 3rd.
All right, man. Well, listen, we've been watching, week in and week out. We see, I believe it's your brother, Scott. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, we see Scott in there in the chat every single week. So he's been watching you, bud.
Yeah, I had him over here yesterday on it. We're trying to get him into it, but we'll see.
All right, well, it'd be nice to see him out on track someday, hopefully here soon. But congratulations again on a P3. We'll send you back to celebrate.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, buddy. Take care. All right, that was Kenneth Pack in the number 16 Chevrolet finishing in P3 tonight. Now we're going to bring in James Nelson, your P2 finisher tonight. Very, very fast truck.
James Babyface Nelson, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on, fella?
Hey, James, congrats on a 2nd place run. Like I said to Kenneth, look a little slick out there tonight, so Good job keeping it together for the most part there. I know you had an issue early on and rebounding there to a P2, so congrats.
Yeah, anytime I can get on the podium, it's a good thing. I feel like I kind of threw away a win now. But Curtis he was so fast on the short run, I could get him on the long run. Just not enough laps at the end.
Yeah, well, listen, you swept the first two stages. Definitely able to run him down on the long run, and I think that caution was very untimely there. You were a bit further back there as there was a little incident that kind of put you back in the pack quite a bit. And we watched you charge through there to get back up, I believe, into third or fourth at the time. But I'm not sure there was enough time. Was there enough time for you to catch him if it would have stayed green, you think?
No, but thanks for pointing that out. I appreciate that. That's all good.
Right.
No, once I spun, I pretty much gave the win away. It would have taken probably 10 more laps before I even had a prayer of catching back up to him again in the longer run. He really did well for the first 30, maybe even 40 laps of a run. And then his car would just, all of a sudden, I'd start clicking off, multiple tenths a lap. But he's definitely gotten better as of late, man. He's getting harder and harder to get around. That's for darn sure.
Yeah,
he's been putting in the work.
Absolutely. You guys are putting on a good show, man. I mean, it was a smaller field on the small side, but definitely some fun racing out there. It was action all over the track. But congratulations on finishing P2, and the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Just want to thank AutoServe as always, and my brother because he's usually watching. Thank you guys for doing a great job in the booth, and hopefully I'll be back in here next week.
Awesome, man. Well, we'll see you on Tuesday. Hopefully it's not Tuesday, but good luck on Tuesday. But yeah, we'll see you Tuesday, buddy, and take care, and we'll send you back to celebrate.
Sounds good, buddy.
Yeah, we'll see you. All right, that was James Nelson in the number 75 AutoServe Chevrolet, AutoServe SWRN Night Owl So's Chevrolet, QFR Chevrolet. I think I got them all, Dave. But let's see if we can talk to Mr. Curtis Dale Salburn.
Curtis has waited long enough.
Has he? Okay, I guess.
Curtis, Dave in the booth, you got us.
Hey, boys, how are y'all?
Not too bad. Hey, congrats on the win. Pretty impressive there. You definitely had a really good short. I wouldn't even call it a short run truck. Like, it was a mid-run truck, right? I think you ran away for 40 or so laps, and then they kind of slowly catch up to you. But you ran it out in the last stage and pretty much dominated for the most part. So congrats on the win.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, you nailed it. In about 40, 50 laps, I just started falling back, and that last caution, I really didn't need it because I thought I had him, but I'm glad I could hold off James there for the last 15 laps.
Well, yeah, man, you answered my question. I was going to ask you if you were bouncing out of your seat whenever that last caution come out, thinking, I've got him on the short run. But yeah, like you say, you may not have needed it there late in the going. As you were the lap times, we were kind of watching them, and it seemed that you were still stabilizing lap times to be at least equal to everyone behind you. So it doesn't look like they were able to catch you. Maybe a tenth or two here and there, and then you'd stretch it back out again. But no real questions other than, yeah, man, I don't know. No questions. You were just fast there tonight. Did you have any major – we didn't really see you slip up a whole lot. Did you have any problems with it being loose there on the high side? It seems like right at the exit of the corner where to me it seemed like where the safety wall actually leaves. It seems like a lot of guys were getting slick right there as they went up to the wall.
Yeah, it got a little loose. I think when James and Kenneth wrecked, I got loose right there too. I just didn't go around. But that was really my only mess up throughout the whole night. I had a pretty stable truck all night. Yeah, I like you said, I didn't really need that caution, but kind of worked out in my favor. So
yeah, man. Well, listen, congratulations on another victory here in the All-American Racing League Truck Series. You won the Oil Slick 200 here at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. I think that's what it's called. So at any rate, man, congratulations. The floor is yours.
Now, guys, I just appreciate y'all, everything you do. Give the glory to God. He really helped me out tonight. But other than that, we'll see y'all Tuesday.
Absolutely, man. Can't wait. So great race. We'll send you back to celebrate. Congratulations.
Absolutely. Thanks, boys.
Yep. All right, that was your winner, Curtis Sarburn, in the number 54 Ford getting it done, Dave. Let's go ahead and give a full field rundown right quick, and then we'll get our final thoughts on how the race went. As Curtis Sauber is your winner, James Nelson finishes second, Kenneth Pack in third, Michael Kerjelak rebounds from some pretty bad damage early and often it seemed like for Michael, getting back into the fourth position. He and Michael Boone both caught up in that first incident. Michael Boone finishing fifth, Cameron Harrison coming back to sixth, Tyrone Yo finishing seventh with Nathan Christensen in eighth, Benny Campbell finished ninth, Michael Bovair in 10th with Chad Snyder rounding out your top 11 in the field. Dave, any final thoughts on what we saw here tonight? Just some good hard racing?
Yeah, really great racing, especially at the end of the stages and the end of the race, of course. Things really heated up as you had the short run car, Curtis Auburn, kind of falling back to the better long run cars of James Nelson, Kenneth Pack, even Cam Harris there at one point. So it got really exciting and kind of tense there at the end of those stages. But overall, pretty good race.
Yep, I've enjoyed myself up here in the booth, Dave. Some fun short track racing, some slipping and some sliding. It's been a really, really good time. So Tuesday night, the SimWorld Racing Network will be at Indianapolis, the big track for the All-American Racing League Cup Series. So be sure and tune in for Nathan Christensen calling all the racing action there on Tuesday night, and then Friday. We'll be at Chicago. I guess the whatever they call that. What the heck is that? Anyway, the streets of Chicago there for the racing in the Quick Finishers Racing League on Friday night. So be sure to subscribe to the channel here, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of that action. From Dave and Dave up here in the booth for the SimWorld Racing Network, we appreciate you tuning in. We'll catch you next time. We're out of here. Have a good one.